Hi, I'm Dave from Sailing Laguna. In our last video, after only 5 days aboard, the family decided to set sail on a 160 nautical mile overnight passage. Welcomed into port by the lovely Bridge of Lions, we were dazzled by the beautiful Christmas lights of St. Augustine. We did a few tourist things like the trolley train and a tour of the fort, but before we knew it, we were filling up with water. No, we haven't got our water maker running yet, and positioned ourselves to leave early in the morning.
There's the Bridge of Lions. Just opened up for a 6 o'clock opening. We're about to go through. Dave at the helm. St. Augustine in the background. Marina office just over there. So we're just leaving St. Augustine for our second passage, doing it alone this time, and we hope to make it to just a day sail to Ponce de Leon, and beautiful sunrise behind me.
Coast Guard Chase broadcast enter the Florida Atlantic Ocean Cape Canaveral and channel 22 Alpha 157.1 megahertz.
Okay, well, I don't know whether you can hear me over the engine noise or not. We're just motoring down the coast. So we got the glass vanities fixed, right? Got the glass replaced. So thank you to Beeson Glass at St. Augustine. They were brilliant. They picked the glass up from the marina. They dropped the glass off from the marina. I handed it to them, I think, on the Monday, and they had it all done by the Wednesday. So Beeson Glass at St. Augustine, thank you very much. As you can see, there's a boat swell there. It didn't come from the trawler. I don't know where it come from. Alright, well, we've packed the sail away, as you probably just saw. We motor sailed, I guess, out of St. Augustine for the first few hours. We only had about 8 knots of breeze behind us, and given that we wanted to achieve 5 knots, we had to keep the motor on to sort of achieve that speed. The wind died off after a few hours, so hence why I've now packed the sail away, and the wind is actually coming on the nose just a tad. Currently we are outside of Daytona Beach.
Daddy, have a look.
Yeah, look at that one go. One of the reasons why I wanted to get further south was to try and get a better view of a scheduled rocket launch. After only a few hours of arriving at Ponce Inlet, the boys and I watched the online countdown, then made our way out onto the deck to witness our first rocket launch. Sorry, my camera phone doesn't do a very good job of picking it up. There it goes. See, it's starting to tilt over, boys. Say hey, Mr. Dolphin.
I don't see it. Oh, there it is. There's two. Oh, there's three. Four.
The dolphins have come to say hello. After getting a bit of grief from the Coast Guard at our first anchorage, we moved to another location. The boys and Sam did a puzzle to try and break up the iPad time, and then after dark I took the boys into New Smyrna, or Smyrna, or however you pronounce it, to see the Christmas lights for the flotilla. Merry Christmas! A dozen or so boats had gone to some effort to put on a little Christmas show, and the banks were lined with maybe a couple of hundred people. It is winter after all. It was a neat thing to see, but it also coincided with the Canal Street Cruise, which is a car show that occurs every second Saturday from 4 till 8 p.m. in New Smyrna, Simra. With the Christmas lights and the trees all wrapped in lights, as well, it made it feel like cruise night at Radiator Springs, which of course from Cars is Cooper's favourite movie. What's this?
It is a 1935 Ford.
A 1935 Ford. Right, the same as who in what movie?
Cars 1, 2, and 3.
What was the character's name?
Lizzie.
Lizzie, is it?
Yeah. 3. Come on. You yeet.
The next morning we had some boat school. Here Cooper has taken one small tight loop around his left hand and then takes a bunch of big loops. He then splits the big loops between his two hands and throws them over the pole or imaginary jetty cleat. Taking the loops in each hand helps to widen the throw sort of loop to increase the chances of capturing your target. Clearly we're down in the engine bay here, currently in, where are we? Ponce de Leon Inlet. We've got a few days before the next weather window to go south. So I want to do an oil change. I've never done an oil change on a diesel engine with a suction pump or anything like that before. So let's step ourselves through it. So to get the oil out, we're using this oil extraction Duvel Wacky here. And then I've attached the smaller hose, which does fit into the dipstick. The manual said that it takes about 3 litres, just under 3 litres. It looks like here, it's very hard to see with this actual jug, but it looks like we've got about 2.6 litres. So we're in the right ballpark there for the amount of extracting the right amount of oil. All right, well, we're just about to leave our little inlet that we've had for the last few days. Has a little bit of a view there of the lighthouse. As a point of interest, you can tell one lighthouse apart from another by the number and frequency of its flashes. Ponce Inlet Lighthouse has 6 flashes in 15 seconds, followed by 15 seconds of darkness. We ran out of water.
We still haven't got our water maker going yet.
What's that, Samantha?
We still haven't got our water maker going yet.
No, no. As Sam says, neither of us want to read the 23-page document to learn how to start it up, but that will come. It will come. It felt like Melody Maker days because the boys and I, well, Campbell and I, filled up the whatever water jugs we had at the local boat ramp here. So it hasn't got water on the end of the dock, otherwise we'd be tying up there and filling up. But it has got a tap and everything up by the toilet block. That's where we got our fresh water for last night, and we're ducking off now at high tide in the morning to go and fill up the boat's tanks. Anyway, looks like a good boat ramp. Well, we will leave the video at this point and finish off Ponce Inlet along with our next journey south in the coming video. Please comment below if you have any questions from the video and subscribe to see our next adventure. See ya.